Hello everyone. So today again we are going to start with the topic nutrition in human. So type of nutrition in human is heterotrophic type of nutrition. In heterotrophic further it is of holozoic type. Okay, now how the human takes food and how it get digestive, that system is called the digestive system. So this was the definition of digestive system. Now what are the parts of digestive system? So there are two parts of digestive system. Okay, one is the alimentary canal and the second one is the digestive gland. So we are discussing one by one each part. First is alimentary canal. As here I have drawn this structure. This is the structure of alimentary canal. So what is alimentary canal? Alimentary canal is a long tube, okay, which includes different organ. So first organ is the buccal cavity or the mouth, okay, and this buccal cavity include teeth and tongue. Teeth you already know. The teeth, they helps to masticate the food, or you may say they helps to chew the food. The second one is tongue. Tongue tastes the food because of presence of the taste bud on the tongue. The next one is the oesophagus, which is also known as the food pipe. Okay, so oesophagus, it is a long tube that enters into the, that allow the entry of the food into the stomach. Means oesophagus is just a passage, okay, which allow the entry of the food into the stomach. Okay, and stomach is a J-shaped structure, okay, which have gastric glands, and these gastric glands secrete gastric juice that help to digest the food easily. After that, the small intestine. From here, at the end of the stomach, the small intestine starts, and small intestine is a long tube but coiled tube. Long but coiled tube having 7.5 meter in length, and small intestine is the part where the complete digestion and absorption of the food occurs. Next one is the larger intestine or the large intestine, which is wider than the small intestine and is 1.5 meter in length. Here you may say, here further the absorption part, or you may say the undigested food is absorbed here, and after then the appendix, okay, which is non-functional, and anus is that part from where the undigested food in the form of fecal matter is passed out from the body. So this was only the first part, which is the alimentary canal. Okay, next is the digestive gland. So there are three digestive glands. One is salivary gland. As we have discussed, in our mouth there is a watery fluid which is known as saliva, and saliva secreting glands are called the salivary glands. Next one is pancreas. Pancreas is a leaf-like structure which is situated below the stomach and secretes pancreatic juice which helps in further digestion. And the next one is liver. Liver is situated above the, or you may say on the, in the upper side of abdomen. It also secretes the bile juice which helps in the digestion. Now we are going to start with the process of digestion. The process of digestion completes in basically the 5 steps. Okay, so we will discuss these 5 steps one by one. So let's start with the first step, which is called ingestion. Ingestion simply means intake of food. So how human beings take food? They intake food into the mouth, okay, with the help of their hands. So this process of intake of food into the mouth is called the ingestion. Okay, so this was all about ingestion. The second step is digestion. Now what is digestion? Digestion means the breakdown of complex food which we have taken into the simpler ones. Okay, and how does this complex food is that broken down into the simpler ones? With the help of enzymes. So this process of breakdown down of food is called digestion. Now the question arises, how digestion occurs? So how digestion occurs? Digestion starts from the mouth. So first of all, from where digestion starts? Digestion in mouth. So what happens in mouth? Mouth में क्या होता है? Mouth include three things. One is the teeth. One is teeth. One is tongue. And the next one is saliva. Mouth has three things: the teeth, the tongue, and the saliva. Teeth, function of teeth is teeth helps to chew the food, or you may say to masticate the food. तो teeth का function क्या हुआ? Chewing. Next one is tongue. Tongue have the taste bud which helps to taste the food. So tongue का function क्या हुआ? Taste the food. Next one is saliva. Saliva is a watery fluid. As we have discussed earlier, saliva is secreted by the salivary glands, and salivary glands release an enzyme which is called salivary amylase. Enzyme secreted by the saliva is called the salivary amylase. And function of, because you know we take variety of food, we take food in the form of carbohydrates, simply the sugar, the oily food in the terms of fat, and proteins and minerals. So first of all, carbohydrate starts digesting from here. So here the carbohydrate, which is the complex sugar in the form of starch, starch is the complex sugar, gets broken down in the presence of salivary amylase into the simple sugar. Okay, and this simple sugar is known as maltose. Okay, other name of salivary amylase is ptyalin. So this was the digestion in the mouth. Now from the mouth the food enter into this long pipe, and this long pipe is known as oesophagus. Okay, oesophagus is just a passage with the help of which the food from the mouth enters into the stomach. Now next is digestion in stomach. So in stomach again there are three things, because stomach also have the gastric glands, and gastric gland secretes the gastric juices, and which have axial. One is the axial, second one is the mucus, and third is the enzyme which is called pepsin. Now what is axial? Axial stands for hydrochloric acid, and as the name indicates, the food which comes into the stomach becomes acidic in nature due to this axial in the stomach. Okay, and the next one is mucus. Okay, so mucus, as you know, hydrochloric acid is acidic in nature, so it may damage the walls of the stomach. So to protect the walls of stomach from the harmful effect of acid, mucus is present, which protects the inner walls of the stomach from the acid, or from the effect of acid. Next one is pepsin, and you know this pepsin is present in the stomach in inactive form, and that inactive form is called pepsinogen. Now this pepsinogen in the presence of HCl gets activated and form the pepsin, and this pepsin help to digest the protein. So from protein it forms proteoses and peptosis. digestion in stomach. Now as the food gets digested into the stomach, it enters into this small intestine. So next is digestion in small intestine. So as we have discussed, small intestine is a long but coiled tube. As it receives the food from the stomach, it takes the secretion of these two glands. One is liver and one is pancreas. So what happens? One is liver. So what is the function of liver? Liver release bile juice. Liver release bile juice, and what is the function of this bile juice? Bile juice converts the acidic nature of food into the alkaline. So what you will write? Acidic food into alkaline food. Okay, next one is, now as we take the food in the form of fats, so first of all, the large particles of the fat is broken down into the smaller pieces of fat with the help of this bile juice, and that process is called emulsification. Large fat particles into smaller, and this process is called the emulsification. Okay, and the next gland is pancreas. So pancreas, what happens in pancreas? Pancreas release the pancreatic juice, which helps in further digestion of carbohydrates, fats and proteins. Okay, as the food reaches at the end part of, or you may say the lower part of small intestine release intestinal juice. And what is the function of intestinal juice? This intestinal juice helps in complete digestion. How? So starch completely digested into glucose in the presence of amylase, and next one is fat in the presence of lipase into fatty acid plus glycerol, and next one is proteins in the presence of trypsin. Trypsin is secreted by the pancreas. So protein in the presence of trypsin broken down into amino acid. So here the complete digestion occurs in the small intestine. Okay. So next, absorption. The third step is absorption, as we are discussing step by step. So digestion has completed. Also absorption occurs in the small intestine. How? Because small intestine has hair-like structure which is called villi, and this villi helps the small intestine to increase the surface area for the maximum absorption, and only digested food is absorbed here. Next one is, the fourth step is assimilation. Now this absorbed food in the form, as this food provides us energy, so how this is transferred to different body part? This absorbed food is transferred to different body parts through bloodstream, and that process is called assimilation. And the last one is egestion. The undigested waste passes out from the body, and how it passes out? It starts from the large intestine. The wall of this large intestine absorb water and mineral, and rectum stores the solid food in the form of fecal matter. Okay, and this undigested food passes from the anus, and this step is called the egestion. So this was all about our digestive system. Firstly, we have discussed holozoic type of nutrition in human beings occur, and the next one, the parts of the digestive system, where we have studied it contains two parts. One is the alimentary canal, second one is the salivary gland. And after then we have discussed the process of digestion, which involves the 5 steps, and one by one we have discussed where digestion occurs, where absorption occurs, what is assimilation, and finally egestion. Okay, so with this